Okay, I'm going to show you how to use the inventory section of our website. You can get to it on the pull down menu here at inventory, or you can click on this button. There's four kinds of inventories: part, bulb, filter, and equipment. And they're in this pull down. If your user account has more than one location linked to it, you'll see this location pull down. And you'll need to choose your location. So I'm going to say Austintown. This is the part inventory. You can see we have three parts here. There's two ways to add parts. You can add here. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's say it's a backplane. So I chose the brand, the model, the part. We already got a backplane in there. Let's say it's cold mirror. This is new. If it has a serial number, you can put one, but if not, just leave it blank. Hit add part. You can see that we have the part in there. The second way to add to any inventory is to go over to orders. So let's do that real quick. So we're going to mark that as this RAID set from Shenango, and we're going to add it to the inventory. We're going to say it's at Shenango. No serial number, it's new. We're going to confirm that we want to add the order to the inventory. We're also going to mark it as delivered. And you can see we'll get a little thing there that it has been delivered. And now when I go back to the inventory section, this time I'm going to choose Shenango. You can see that the RAID set shows up. Now back to Austintown. You can edit the parts once they're in the inventory. So let's say I want to do my cold mirror. It did have a serial number. Change that from none to that. And the serial number, or whatever you change, the condition will be edited. You can also delete the part. Let's say you made a mistake, you just don't have that part, you want to get rid of it. You're going to delete the part from inventory. And you can now see that it's gone. You can also look at the history here. So I put this in, but you can see here where we have a history of when the parts get used. And we'll do that on our end. But you can see the part number, serial number if it has one, event, so it could be part of a case, could be not, when it was done and by whom, and that is the parts section. So now we're going to go down to bulb. So you can still add, edit, and delete, very similar to the parts section. There's a couple of additional buttons here on our button toolbar. There's also the use button and the in use. So I'm going to add one just to show you. Let's see, we got a Christie bulb here for 2220. And let's say it's a CDXL30. Let's say it's our initial bulb. It's got that many hours on it. And the serial number is, I do think on bulbs, since they all have serial numbers, the serial number is required. So if you hit add bulb and it doesn't do anything, check to make sure you have serial number. Okay, so that's going to show up in our inventory. We can now edit and delete that, or we can use it. All right, so choose the bulb that you want to use. Choose the projector you want to put it in. Now it will check that the bulb that you've chose will work in that kind of projector when you go to use it. So make sure that you match that up. Okay, choose your reason for bulb change. So if it's just a regular, it's old, that would be exceeded bulb hours limit. Let's say you're changing it today at this time. Got to put your name in. Now, this is the bulb right here where it says removed bulb. This is the bulb you're taking out. You got to record the hours for it. Let's say it's got 1,000 hours on it. You can also mark that bulb as damaged so that when you look in your history, you can see that it's damaged, or you can return that removed bulb to the inventory. Let's say for some reason you're pulling this bulb out before its life's over. You can add it back into your current bulb inventory. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to hit change bulb. The bulb use has been recorded. So you can see our new bulb that we just said had 1,000 hours on it. It's in our current inventory. And when we go to the history button, you can see the first bulb has 1,000 hours on it now. It was installed on February 2nd and is now available. Our bulb that we just installed was put in on February 14th because this bulb exceeded its hours. It's not really true, just showing you how it works. And then this bulb is in use. So let's say it's 2 years from now and you've got all the bulbs you've changed. You just want to see the bulbs that are currently in use. You can hit the in use button and it'll tell you which bulbs are being used in which projector. Okay, let's go to filter. You can add, delete filters. Very similar to the other ones. Pull up your model. Add the filter. If for some reason you guys would have bought the Christie filters again, the Christie brand filters that come in like a 5-pack, just put the number of packages and then it'll add that particular. Let's go ahead and do that real quick just to show you what I mean. We're going to go Christie and let's say it's a 2210. 5 count. See where it says 5 count, 1 package, add the filters. And you can see it adds 5 of those individual filters to the filter inventory. You can delete them. Say we don't want one of those Christie ones. Confirm that. If you don't confirm, it won't let you do it. You can see that we now have 4. History. This is one. This is what that would look like. The kind of filter, where it was put in, if it's part of a PM or not in this case. Or it could be a case, when it was done and by whom. And lastly, the equipment inventory. So you can see here, I've got a CP950 sound processor used with that serial number in the inventory right now. Very similarly, you can add. So you choose a brand that we have in the database, choose a model. If for some reason we do not have the model that you have on hand in here, let me know and I can add that for you. Choose the type of equipment, the condition, serial number if it has it. You can add that. Same thing, you can edit, delete, and then history. When you change equipment out, it'll also show up in your equipment inventory. So I'd put in here that on February 14th in Austintown number 5, we'd put in this serial number, and that does show up over here as being changed. So it does keep track of that. All right, I think that's it for the basic tour. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you.